All right, welcome back to the party, everybody. I am your host, Lutch, aka the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. How is everybody doing? So I'm sure you guys have all heard the news. Joe Biden has dropped out of the race, and even though he didn't do it in his initial statement, he did in fact endorse Kamala Harris. So I want to, see what's good with you guys, see what you're thinking about this, what's gonna happen. Shout out to my boy Tech. Welcome. Did I see this coming? You're goddamn right I did. You didn't? I mean, I are you being sarcastic or are you being for real? Because I feel like this is the clearest thing that we could have leave that. This is the clearest thing that we could have seen. I mean, it is because guys, don't forget that the Atlantic put out an article in 2020 saying, Joe Biden, we just need your corporeal form, meaning we know you might die, but as long as you can be on the ballot, then we're good. That was in 2020. So yes, I absolutely saw this coming. Welcome to the party. Who else we got? We got Zippy in the building. Welcome. So Biden dropped the load and stunk up the place. Indeed. Welcome. We also got Nick in the building. Welcome to the party. Good to see you, brother. We got TV Viewerski. Welcome to the party. And shout out to my boy Melted Mind Media. Said, so Biden's not healthy enough to run for president, but not too sick to stay president for the next 3 months. Make it make sense. Well, if you follow the money, it makes perfect sense. I did not expect you guys to be here this fast. I was like, you know what? Let me go live. I'll set up my drink and everything, and then everybody will pile in. So I'm gonna be trying to do that. But yeah, I mean, so the idea here that he's not healthy enough to run for president for the next 4 years. Why then is he healthy enough to tell us who should be the president for the next 4 years? Much less the next who should be the president for the next few months. But I mean, it's just we put a 1 in the chat. Can I do? Yeah, actually. So let's do a poll of how many of you did you see this coming? Let's see. So you guys answer that. I'm gonna get my drink all ready here. And so who do you guys think? So I'm trying to keep this off screen. If there's any drink companies that want to sponsor me, hit me up, and we'll make something happen. But so obviously, yeah, the conversation of who is it going to be is still on the table, as they do still have the convention coming up. However, I think that because of a lot of the donor money was in the Biden-Harris campaign, I think as long as that establishment is still in place, then all that money is still good. Whereas if they put in Gavin Newsom or they put in Big Mike or whoever else, then they got to start making money all over again. I mean, not that money is hard to come by for Democratic politicians, but they're still cheap as hell. Rich as hell, but cheap as hell, right? Zippy says, either way, they lose and cannot crap into manure. Cannot what? Either way, they're screwed. Yeah, so I mean, let's also remember that Biden just got COVID earlier this week. I guarantee you, we do not hear about that at all ever again. I think that was the pretense for them to kind of, rein him in a little bit, and then they, obviously they wanted him out, and obviously he didn't want to. And I think just like any other old person, you have to sit them down and be like, look, I know you think it's this. You can do all the things that you used to do, but it's just not like that anymore. And, I think obviously Jill Biden and Hunter Biden had the most to gain or lose by being in this position. It's not like Joe himself is actually, doing anything. We don't even know where he is. He's just following around whoever is telling him. You go, oh, I got some questions to ask. I got some people I'm supposed to call on. I'm not supposed to do that. I'm not supposed to do that. Who's telling you this? Who's on whose instruction? Onto my media said, I'm worried about who Biden is going to pardon before leaving office. Is there anyone that yes, this is a concern that, we don't necessarily want criminals just out, but what pardon can Biden really give at this point that's gonna be like, oh no, that makes our life so much worse? I don't really know if there's anybody, when we look at the other side, and we could talk about now Ross Ulbricht's not going to get pardoned. The J6ers who are still locked up, who shouldn't be, not the ones who were rioting. The Hillary pardon. What is she departed for? She didn't get. They won't charge her with anything. They won't charge her with anything. Content saying, I hope this news is a good sign. So that's an interesting thing. That's really what we have to determine. And guys, if you could do me a huge favor really quick, and just long press your screen and hit that like button. It helps so very much, and helps push this out to more people so we can continue growing and having a good time. But yeah, I think that it's good news in the sense that a lot of people, a lot of the normal lefties are going to be deflated by this, and so there's two groups. There's going to be the blue no matter who, and then there's the I hate both of them, but at least Biden was X, Y, and Z. Now I don't know who this new person is, so I'm not going to do anything. And but again, either way, I don't think it is. I think as long as Donald Trump is breathing, I think he wins. I think he wins. Shout out to Pete Clab. Welcome to the party. I did see this, but I didn't expect Kamala. I thought they'd beg Michelle Obama to step up. Yeah, I think a lot of people thought that. But again, and I don't quote me on this. I don't know exactly how accurate this is, but I've heard that it has a lot to do with the donors and the money and the campaign money. A pardon for Epstein, wouldn't that be insane? Actually, you guys were right the whole time. He didn't Epstein himself, and now he's pardoned. So yeah, those I could see, but being bad. But I can't. What reason would he have to do that? I mean, that would definitely be a death knell for the Democrats if the last thing that their chosen candidate does is pardon Ghislaine Maxwell. Because let's even take it a step further back. Just the American people, the democratic process, and all this talk about a threat to democracy. These people, or rather, this man was chosen by the voters in the primaries to be the well, technically not yet, which is why they put the debate, but that's who they want to be their nominee. And when they just take him out, it's subverting the democratic process. So now that I don't know exactly what the what the procedure is now. Are they doing another primary, or is it just going to be that they're going to put Kamala up? Depends on what don't remember that this all works as a system. So whatever they want, this is just the first step in a plan to get that done. So the plan's already in motion. Plan is already in motion. D. Viewerski said if they start withholding whatever cocktails they're giving Biden, he'll slow down soon enough. I mean, he's slowing down even with the cocktails. I mean, what could he have not been on for the debate. Anything that could possibly keep a person alive, awake, alert was very likely inside of Joe Biden, and it didn't help. That's not a sign of strength. Not quite a sign of strength. Yep. My media said Trump sassy nation 2, electric boogaloo. I do indeed think that it's coming. And so, like I said, especially with everything that's come out in the last week, I don't believe that the sassy nation from last week, I don't think that was like from the top. I think most likely, obviously, we don't have a lot of information, but based on the information we do have and my own personal speculation, I think that it was a small rogue group of agents or local police or somebody who had the ability to keep that area open long enough for their patsy to get in there. That's what I think. And so, if that is the case, then that means that the large establishment, I still think they have plans to hit that sassy nation. And again, I don't think it's going to be something big and public like that. Who was it? I think maybe it was Guantech or maybe it was Uzippy saying that the reason that they do these big public, they do these things on public, they do it on live TV, is because they want to send the message that nobody else should try to go against us. And I get that, but it's a question of, are they really willing to go that far? Like, yes, we saw the lawfare, but I would assume, maybe this is naive, but I would assume that they would want to be subversive and slip him something, or he gets COVID and just passes away and nobody really has any clear things. When, especially nowadays, when we have all this digital technology to break down videos and audio forensics and stuff, I feel like that's a very risky thing. It was already risky with JFK. And so I don't know. I really don't know. Shout out to Lil Toes. Welcome to the party. Yeah, most of you, a slight majority are saying that you saw this coming. I mean, the possibility, at least, you had to have seen coming. At least the possibility. We also got Am in the building. Welcome to the party. As well as Stitch the Puppet Master. Said, Jesus, is that you? Indeed, it is me. Welcome to the party. Susan Rice. Who is Susan Rice again? Susan Rice. Okay. She's the what's her actual position? Here, I'll share what I'm looking at right here. Because oh nope, that's not what we want. We've got the Susan Rice, born November 1964, is an American diplomat, policy advisor, and public official. As a member of the Democratic Party, Rice served as the 22nd director of the U.S. Domestic Policy Council from 2021 to 23, as the 27th U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. That's what it was. Okay. And then from 2009 to 2013, and as the 23rd U.S. National Security Advisor from 2013 to 2017. That's right. So, yeah, she could definitely be a spoiler, but I feel like that would kind of come out of nowhere. I feel like that would be like that. She doesn't have a big enough name to really be a spoiler for Trump. And so if that was the plan, then that's not a very good plan. It's like, who? I think that the only possibility is to have somebody strong, quote unquote, strong behind Kamala. They cannot jump over Kamala. It just looks so bad that the first black female vice president gets jumped over when the guy literally can't put a sentence together. So they can't do that. They're stuck with her. The question is, who do they put behind her? I've heard a lot of people talking about what's his name? Pete Buttigieg. Shout out to Michael McNator. Good to see you. Good to see you. And Trump is running unopposed. Pretty much. They said, I truly wonder what all the ultra Dems are going to do at this point. Will they just switch over without question or bitch about the decision? They'll definitely be bitching about it. But I think the overwhelming majority of people who were planning on voting for Biden are going to vote blue no matter who. Because the reason that Biden was the front runner for the Democrats in the first place was specifically because he isn't Trump. That's it. And so how many people have said they would vote for Biden's urn or they would vote for whoever it was? And so I think, I'm with Amps and probably switch over without question because those are the ones that are acting like destiny. Yeah, we didn't actually get to talk about that the last time we were on. And, where's Indie Film? Because I got to give Indie Film his due. And he said, one of these days, you're going to turn on destiny. And I still have a whole lot of respect for his intellect. I have a lot of respect for the career and the platform that he's built. But when you're laughing and cheering at the death of a firefighter simply because he was at a Trump rally, bro, you lost it. And I still, I still think he's an intelligent person, but I will not support that motherfucker. Zippy said, Deep State eats JFK like breakfast. How would you feel if you did not have breakfast yesterday? Well, I never eat breakfast, so I feel exactly as I did. That's why we changed it to how would you feel if you didn't eat yesterday? Because a lot of people don't eat breakfast. Zippy goes on to say it's 50-50. Either way, I'm not seeing anything positive. I mean, it definitely. So you're saying Rice is VP? No way. There's no way they would have two black women running. They are way more racist than that. There is no way. And I honestly think it's the woman thing more than the black thing. But two black women, it's not going to happen. America ain't ready for that. I'll tell you right now, all the virtue signaling in the world, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. But, in terms of whether it's positive, whether it's good news, whether it's bad news, I think it's the right decision. It should have been done ages ago. If we remember Vivek in the debates, he was saying for a long time that, so Vivek, Biden, drop out. I should have actually pulled up a bunch of this stuff. Debate. Where is this clip, dude? They are hiding it. But, he said specifically, is this it? Yo, look how far I'm scrolling. This was from the Vivek Biden dropout debate. That's the search term, and all this stuff. This isn't it. This is from something 2 weeks ago. I just want to see the debate footage, and they're hiding it. They are hiding it. Multiply Media or one of the other mods, if you'd be able to find that, I would be very, very appreciative because he called it out so directly. He says, Harris is black? I never noticed. Well, what will be unburdened by what has been? Okay. Multiply Media said, do you think JD would run for president if something happens to Trump? No. I mean, no, in the sense, I don't know if he would. I don't think he should. He doesn't this is his introduction to the national stage. So right now, JD Vance is nobody. Most of us didn't hear his name until the last few weeks. So, him being tied to Trump is one thing, but him on his own. I'm trying to look and see if I had it in Discord. No. Come on. This is not there. What I do have, again, if somebody could find that for me, I would be very, very appreciative. Vivek was talking to Benny Johnson about the fact that he had called it.
Set up here, you are the most right. So please, I just want to set up here, you are the most right man in America right now. You are the most correct man in the country.
I wish it weren't so. I mean, I said this in the Republican debate stage a year ago. The media knows the NBC debate. They roasted me. They called me a conspiracy theorist. And as you know, Ben, even on a darker note, I have worried for a long time. I said this in the campaign trail in Iowa. You were right there with me. It was uncomfortable, even for a lot of Republicans, when I worried they weren't going to let Donald Trump get to that nomination last week. But I think divine providence guided him there nonetheless. And we're in a strong position now. I think the reality is
Melt, are you trying to locate that for me? If you could, please. Just the original debate footage of Vivek saying Biden should drop out.
Avoid making the mistake. A strong position now. I think the reality is we got to avoid making the mistake of thinking that we're up against a candidate here. We're not. We're up against a machine. And
we are up against a machine. We are absolutely up against a machine. And so that's why, good news, bad news, whatever, the fact is that that machine is still in place. My media said, what if her VP pick is Bernie? That could, I think that would probably be smart in terms of just immediate, like the immediate hit of like, oh, Bernie's back in it. I could definitely see that helping, but I don't know how well they mesh together. But they're both, just like scummy politicians. So I could see that. That would actually be, I could see that happening. I could see that. How old is he now? Because that's also, another issue that, like, if we're already dealing with, okay, our president is stepping down because of the fact that, he's too old, then that's going to be on people's minds. P. Clav said, imagine Kamala Vivek. Vivek would never do that. He would never, ever do that. As he was just saying, we are up against the machine. Yeah, he would not go. I mean, that would be political suicide. That would be political suicide just on that level. Just on that level. When you're talking like this, and then you go, no, actually, I'm part of that machine. Then, well, it's like even the people who don't think that it's part of a machine, like, didn't you just say that we were all part of a machine, doing this, that, and nothing else? So, I mean, again, believe nothing except that anything is possible, but I wouldn't place any bets on that. Shout out to Marjorie. Welcome to the party. Said Gavin Newsom or Michelle Obama to run with Cackle Harris. Yeah, that's the question, right? That is the question. So let's do another poll and let's see what you guys think, because I'm honestly have no effing clue. I think Buttigieg, again, his name has been coming up a lot, and hearing Bernie here, that seems like a strong choice. So who would Harris pick? And again, when we say who would Harris pick, we're really saying who would the establishment pick? So we have Gavin, we have Big Mike, let's do Bernie, and Pete Buttigieg. All right, let's see that. Anybody new? Let's say hello to the new people. We got something who knows nothing about something. Welcome to the party. Good to see you. It's not even that. Kamala is by far the most cringe, most annoying, most disingenuous person I've ever seen in any political office. I mean, Hillary's got to be happy that Kamala exists. That's all I got to say. She's got to be happy. That's like, I'm not the worst anymore. I maybe it's my personal bias that I did cast a vote for Hillary under great duress, but I still put Hillary up there. If Hillary or Kamala, if I had to pick, ooh, that's the next poll. I think I would go with Kamala just because I hate Hillary so much. And we got M169. Welcome to the party. Oh, that's right. It can't be Newsom. That is indeed correct. Boom. Shout out to Zippy DSM Lee. So this is what they were talking about. Where am I here? I'm gonna get this and then I'll grab whatever chats I missed in a second here. Hold up. Wait a minute.
So I also want to close with one message to the Democrat Party. End this farce that Joe Biden is going to be your nominee. We know he's not even the president of the United States. He's a puppet for the managerial class. So have the guts to step up and be honest about who you're actually going to put up so we can have an honest debate. Biden should step aside, end his candidacy now so we can see whether it's Newsom or Michelle Obama or whoever else. All right, just tell us the truth so we can have an honest debate.
There you go. So that's what they were talking about. Shout out to Eder guy, you shoot the deer or no. Says Grip is a full beard. Beard is weird. Welcome to the party. Thank you for that, Zippy. And so a lot of people are saying, he really deserves an apology from a lot of people from calling that out, and people were laughing, and people were saying that he's a conspiracy theorist, and go down the list, and they said it all. Jesus Destiny is such a cuck. He needs everyone to beat on him. Oh, I need to cleanse my mouth with that. Oh, you nasty. And says, I'm hearing that he's endorsing Kamala because Hillary will be the ultimate DNC nominee. What do you mean? Oh, probably because more people would choose Hillary over Kamala. Yeah, I think you're right. Because Hillary. So what do you mean? So you mean Biden is endorsing Kamala because Hillary will be the nominee? I agree with the two parts of the statement. How are they tied by the because? Groundtag said seems like a lot of I'm with her social media posts popping up lately. We simply need to ask, since when? Yeah, and which her? Because I'm with her was specifically Hillary, but I don't know if that's where they're going. I don't know. I really don't know if that's where they're going, but I don't think that's where they're going. And I'd say the argument could be that, hey, again, in 2020, we knew that the 25th Amendment or the death of Biden was a very real possibility. And let's also remember that a lot of people, like his approval rating or his polling numbers went up after choosing Kamala. So technically, since 2019, they were riding with Kamala. Where are we? Mountain Mind Media said, I'm surprised they're not running big Mike Obama. Zippy got it. Thank you. But honestly, it just seems like there is a lot that can be done in terms of coercing people in and out. Definitely easier to coax someone out of a position than in. But it also is like, what do they have? If Michelle Obama legitimately doesn't want to do this, what do they have on her that would be like, hey, you run for office or else? I don't think that it would make sense that they would have a lot on Barack, but I don't know, But yeah, I was looking for that one, but all good in the building. And says, well, I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna say it. I'm not voting for a woman. Not now, not ever. Wow. So I think this is the sentiment, and I don't know any woman that I would vote for president. I have no qualms about voting for a woman. If there was a woman who I was like, okay, yeah, I think you would be the best person for the job, then I would choose that person. I voted for Hillary. But I made a mistake. I made a big mistake. But again, that mistake was because it was Hillary, in my personal opinion, not because all women are just incapable. I just haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. We've seen some people do decently well at a higher level, some women, but it just seems like it's not the right. You can't win, and maybe it's not fair. Maybe it's not fair, but the whole thing about, oh, if a man is authoritative, then he gets called, or if a man is gruff, then he gets called authoritative, but a woman's gruff and she gets called a bitch. Okay, sorry, I didn't make those rules. I'm not even the one saying it. Even other women are saying it. So that's why when we're talking about Kamala and Michelle Obama, ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. P-Class, it's never would happen o'clock. Last time I checked. You ain't wrong, sir. You ain't wrong. You are definitely not wrong about that. Hey, look who we got. Shout out to Justin Vacula. Welcome to the party. Guys, if you are ever going to travel, you definitely want to hit up this man. He knows how to do the damn thing. Shout out to Atheist for Liberty. We were hanging out all week at Freedom Fest. Welcome to the party, brother. Also got Arjun. Welcome. That's exactly who I was thinking of. So Chelsea's the only woman I consider voting for. And of course, the idea that I voted for Hillary was before I was red pilled. So I take responsibility. I done did it, but I also I didn't know any better at that point. And I just, I don't see any, even with her, she's wishy-washy. She's wishy-washy. I don't like it. Yep. Even still, I mean, Indian, Jamaican, she could be named Lutch, and she ain't getting my vote. You see Alex Stein asking asking Vivek why JD's kid was named after him. I did not see that. Is that the link there? Let me grab that. Can you got it here? What do we got?
Back to you as the news breaks. Thank you. Let's bring in former GOP presidential.
Hold on. Too fast for you guys. I could do 2 times, but you guys will get lost because Oh, and let me open up the captions here, blow them up for you. See all this beautiful stuff I do just so that you guys can understand. Shit, where are they? Subtitles, options, font size, 200. Let's ride. All right, what do we got?
Bill, back to you as the news breaks. Thank you. Let's bring in former GOP presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy. Vivek, thank you for coming on. We very much appreciate this. Very bad day for President Biden. What do you think?
Look, I think the number one takeaway trace is this. Joe Biden will not be the nominee. I said this last year. People dismissed it as some type of conspiracy theory. Today, I think it became that much more obvious.
Really quick, is this Nick? Send looks like he's 82. Is that Bernie? Bernie's 82. And yeah, so I don't know. I think he could do well there. But let's go through this and we'll come back to that.
As some type of conspiracy theory. Today, I think it became that much more obvious. Play this out. Biden's own DOJ and special counsel is effectively releasing a report that undermines the case for him to actually be a candidate for the U.S. presidency, right as Biden's poll numbers are cratering. We have to do the math, skate to where the puck is going, not fall for the deflection. But I do think what they're planning for is to sideline Biden as the nominee, trot in a different puppet instead. That's the most significant takeaway from tonight.
So Glomtech is asking here, why can't it be Newsom? Because they're both from California. So you have to have, they can't, the vice president and president can't be from the same state, which, yeah, something I didn't know until somebody brought it up. But Lucky us. Lucky us. If for nothing else, that will save us. Marjorie said they're not going to let Kamala pick. They will choose her. Choose for her. Follow the money. Somebody in the party is willing to buy that position. Sure, obviously. I think when we're just talking. That's just shorthand of who is she going to pick. I don't think any. Again, as Vivek was saying here with with this one, what did he just say?
Of thinking that we're up against a candidate here, we're not. We're up against a machine. And the more we see it that way, the more we understand what's actually going on. I actually just had a good conversation with President Trump. I think his head's in the right place. I think the right answer is it doesn't matter who they put up, right? We stand for our own vision of who we are and what we stand for, irrespective of the machine we're up against. Maybe it's Kamala, maybe it's not.
And again, this is why you're not going to see Vivek getting behind Kamala. That's just not something we're going to see. But most of my media brings up they don't want Biden to stain Hillary. Let's not forget that she could still run in 2028. It wouldn't be smart. Everybody hates her, but she could still run.
Perspective of the machine we're up against. Maybe it's Kamala, maybe it's not. Personally, you're not going to hear me come out instantly just attacking Kamala. I've been plenty critical of her. I just don't think that's the right strategy for us. I think it looks unnecessarily insecure to say that, oh, now that it's not Biden, it's Kamala. It's a machine anyway. And regardless of the machine's activity, we have our own vision. And President Trump, and I think the convention overall, did an outstanding job of laying that out for the country. So we're coming off of, I think, a position where we're insulated from this a little bit. Complacency isn't an option. I did see a lot of people last week celebrating like this thing is over. In some ways, this thing hasn't even begun. But we're in our strongest position if we don't just fret and say, oh, my God, it's not Biden. Now let's train the fire on Kamala. It's almost you don't need to, right? This woman, I've never run for president before. I made it to the Iowa caucus. I got 8%. She was, a U.S. senator with a pedigree track headed there. She didn't even make it to the Iowa caucus of her own party's.
She didn't even make it to her own caucus. She didn't even make it to her own caucus. Oh, man. On fire.
U.S. senator with a pedigree track headed there. She didn't even make it to the Iowa caucus of her own party's primary nomination process. So people don't inherently like her. I would say forget training the criticism on Kamala Harris or anything else. Forget that. I think that's the wrong. It's a knee-jerk temptation. It's the wrong way to go. Focus more on the ideals of our founding and why Donald Trump is going to be the person who's going to do that. He picked a great vice president last week, a good friend of mine. I think we're in a strong position to focus on our own vision, and that's what I'd encourage us to do.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The evil white supremacist pizza Lord of the Rings. I'm not sure I fully understand what that means, but I'm going for it. Shout out to Bryson. Welcome to the party. Said I supported Tulsi Gabbard. She's disqualified for compromising on her principles. Yep. So I think I skipped over. I started this one. I think this was from before, but he's endorsing her. So this was because Biden is endorsing Kamala and then saying that Hillary's the ultimate DNC nominee. And so, further clarifies, he's endorsing her to make it known that she's the choice, but they know she won't win, and ultimately Hillary will be the nominee without throwing Kamala under the bus, who is next in line. Gotcha. So you're saying that Biden is getting behind Kamala because that's the right thing to do, but then they have the delegates at the DNC pick Hillary. So we could even be seeing Hillary Trump again in 24. Who had that on their bingo card? So there are fewer women in power, meaning there are fewer capable ones. I mean, there are barely a few men who can do the job. Exactly. And there's the reality aspect of this, and then there's the perceived effect that this is going to have, which is much larger. And so even if there is a woman who will be quote unquote good enough to overcome this, that woman has to be that much better. And like we're saying, there's very few men who can do that. So it ain't gonna happen. I'm saying I understand I'm generalizing, but to be honest, there are biological differences, and I want leadership, not a self-inflated ego coupled with feminism and some narcissism. Women can play a better support role. She said it, not me. But I do agree. I do agree. Justin said, "What does it mean to play us out?" What do you mean? What do you mean to play us out? I don't know. What does it mean? Oh yeah, they always want to talk about our democracy, and then actually we're just going to choose for you. That sounds like authoritarianism. This is the third time in a row the DNC has rigged the primaries. That means that I have never been paying attention to an election. As a 34-year-old man, I've never paid attention to an election where the DNC just did what they were supposed to do. Now, half of that is because I was in college and still not paying attention to politics, but that also was 12 years ago. So, speaking of our democracy, who's really really destroying it? I mean, even though it's a democratic republic in the first place, and I would say yes, it is Hillary. Again, really quick, thank you so very, very much for the likes, guys. If you have not already, there's the 3 buttons right here, or if you just long press the screen and hit that like button, it helps so very much, push us out to more people. Let's get this party rolling. Thank you. So we said Hillary staining Biden like Bill. Ew, why you keep making me wash my mouth out? Oh, nasty. That's better. Actually, I just want an excuse to drink. Shout out to Carl Johansson. Welcome to the party. Said I prefer Kamala. It matches her laugh. I don't get it. Some of these are going over my head, guys. I don't know if I'm stupid or if these are bad jokes, but either way, I'm missing them. Nick says Bernie Sanders, an independent, will run for re-election in 2024 at age 82. He's running for president as an independent. What do we got here? Bernie Sanders running. This is a year ago. This is okay. They seem okay. We'll do this. This is 2 days ago because I don't want to.
For Biden to step aside. In a new interview with The New Yorker, the Vermont Independent doubled down on wanting Biden to stay in the race. And Senator Sanders joins us now. So, Senator, given the growing calls and whispers, loud whispers from very big names in Democratic circles, isn't that causing a lot of destruction on the Democratic side and opening the door for Donald Trump? I mean, is Joe Biden, we know he's fit for the presidency. Is he fit to run or should he step aside?
Well,
I
got to say something. If I may, in all due respect to my friends in the media, we might want to concentrate on what President Biden has accomplished, which is probably the strongest record for working families in the modern history of this country. And then we might want to talk about why people should vote for him and why, in my view, if he runs, he is going to be reelected.
Oh, yeah, real quick. One of the mods had brought up J.D. Vance naming his kid after Vivek. And we were asking that when we brought that up. Did one of you have something on that? Or were you just like, oh, his kid's name's Vivek? Because that's what we looked up. How common of a name Vivek is, and it's a pretty common name. And his wife, J.D. Vance's wife, is Indian, so I don't know if it's connected. They are friends, but did one of you have something on that?
He has an agenda. We don't talk about it in the media much. That speaks to the needs of working families who have been ignored for decades. So when I go out and I tell people that President Biden wants to expand Social Security by asking the wealthy to start paying their fair share of taxes so we can increase benefits by $2,400 a year, people say, that's great. And when I say President Biden wants to expand Medicare so that we can cover dental, hearing, and vision, I know the media, these guys make a lot of money, not much interest in that. But if you're a senior who can't afford to go to a dentist, that means a lot. And if you have cancer, or have had cancer treatment, and you went bankrupt or you lost your home because of the outrageous cost, President Biden wants to end all medical debt in this country.
Okay, well, he definitely sounds like he's going hard. Shout out to Baby Mahara. Welcome to the party. So I want Tulsi as VP, but she really isn't MAGA. But she could be in his administration. I wouldn't be super against that, but like Melton My Media is saying here, Gabbard's views on gun control and gun owners' rights have varied through the course of her political career, which hasn't been very long. She's only my age. So, I mean, she might be maybe a couple years older, but she's only my age. So it's not like she's had a lot of time to flip-flop around. And so I think that, she was pretty based as running as a Democrat when she was. I would have voted for her in 2016 if she was the nominee. But I voted for Hillary. So I don't know what that means. Let's see. I saw we got some new names. Let me run through these here. Make sure we got everybody. Love to say hello to you all. Who am I seeing? Hey, we got Stephen Colbert Cheese in the building. Welcome to the party. Yes, I did see I saw a new what do they call it? I don't know, but a negative ad on Kamala. That was fun. Shout out to Matt Scholes and said Matt 2024. I'm sure you would love that. Trump 2024. Hell yeah, dilly to that. Welcome to the party. And finally, we also got a Draven. Welcome. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. All right, let's dive back into the chat and see what I missed. And then we'll dive back into the video. I was with Baby. I know I stopped at Baby Mahara. Baby Mahara, where are you at? There we go. Okay. Connor said, it's my democracy, damn it. Is it though? He said, quote, a self-inflated ego coupled with feminism and some narcissism. That's 2/3 of everyone in politics. Good point. But again, if you are naturally, as a man or woman, if you're naturally more likely to go down this road because you're narcissistic and feminine minded, then again, we are more likely to see that with the women. I again am stating that if there is a woman who overcomes that, I'm down to vote. I'm down to vote for them. But I haven't seen it. Oh, baby Mahara. Thank you. Say I'm looking like I'm 25. I still feel like I'm 18, but the time keeps marching on. Time keeps marching on, doesn't it? Bryson said, it's okay. I was 40 till I started paying attention. Okay, well, that makes me feel a little bit better. I definitely feel like, there's so many people that just wait until they have all their life is being affected. They have a family, they have a job, they have this, they have that. Not that I don't have a job, but I don't have a family. And that being the biggest thing. And then they're like, oh, all of this stuff is happening, and now I need to learn all of this all at once. As opposed to understanding, like I've told you guys before that even though I hadn't been into politics, and I told you guys the story of that brisk fall night where I was walking back from my friend's dorm room to my dorm room, and there was a bunch of people outside cheering and celebrating. And I was like, what's going on? What are they doing? And it wasn't until I got into my room and turned on the TV to realize that we elected the first Black president. So I wasn't paying attention. But I'd always been anti-authoritarian. I'd always been like, fuck the people in charge. I'd always seen that government and just authority being centralized, that was always a bad thing. Even I didn't necessarily know it specifically. That was always, I was always very libertarian minded. So by the time I did start paying attention, there was that little hurdle where I thought, again, if I watch CNN, Fox News, and MSNBC, I'll get the full story. That's when I usually hit my stupid button. But, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. Zippy prefers AOC over Kamala. I think I got to agree. Let's see what's going on with this poll. So we said, who would Harris pick? And the winner is Petey Booty. Petey Buttigieg. I am a little surprised, but not super surprised. Little surprised, not super surprised. Interesting. All right, let's dive back in. Do we have any new people? Hey, we got Gwenifer in the building. Welcome to the party. Yeah, I'm with you. I had no idea. And we got Mr. E in the building. Welcome to the party. He said an act of God. And we know Jesus is not me, nor is Jesus the source of all awareness. Fair enough. We got David Allen. Welcome to the party. Said Trump 2024. Let's go drink up. Dilly, Trump 2024. I almost spilled on myself, but I didn't. Which mic is Big Mike? There's only one Big Mike, and it's Michelle Obama. All right, so let's see what. Let's finish up what Bernie is saying here. Is Bernie going to run? What's he saying here?
Biden wants to end all medical debt in this country. He has a massive housing program which will deal with the crisis that exists all over this country. He understands that in the midst of massive income and wealth inequality, maybe it's time for the billionaire class to start paying their fair share of taxes. And by the way, he is running against the guy who doesn't believe that climate change is real, while every scientist in the world tells us the future of the planet depends upon us acting aggressively.
I don't, you know the thing. That's my impression of the Biden whisperer.
While every scientist in the world tells us the future of the planet depends upon us acting aggressively to cut carbon emissions. So I think maybe if we start focusing on his record, start focusing on what he is trying to do, not only is he going to win, I think he has a chance to win very, very in a big way, because working class people in this country are hurting. They want specific ideas as to how their lives are going to be improved.
Interesting. So 2 days ago, Bernie was saying that, yeah, he's got some issues here. We've got some issues, but I think that he can do it. So does anybody have anything more recent? I see something in the chat. We will get to that in a second. But anything more recent from Bernie Sanders about him running? Because somebody did say he was running as an independent, right? If you got anything there, let me know. As I said, we are moving further to a technocracy. Just another Sunday. Just another Sunday. All right, so let's go back to what Melted Mind Media has for us. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Do this. We do that. 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 And we do that. I'm like a gangster. Bruh. Okay.
No, man, goodness, I'm like literally in the middle of something. Find me later. Well, I know JD. I know, but then he named his son Vivek after you. What do you think about that? Come on. You don't think he named it after you? We've been good friends for a long time.
This is Alex Stein interviewing JD Vance. This is Alex Stein interviewing Vivek Ramaswamy about his friend JD Vance having a son named Vivek.
I'm like literally in the middle of something. Find me later. Well, I know JD. I know, but then he named his son Vivek after you. What do you think about that? Come on. You don't think he named it after you? We've been good friends for a long time. But
We've
so
been
you're
good
saying
friends.
that it's not named after you?
You ask
him, man.
But y'all were friends in law school, though, right?
We were good buds for a long time.
So it's named after you.
I'm trying to do something, brother.
1 second.
I don't know, man. That seems a little sus. A new poll. Is it sus that what is this? Is it sus that JD named his son after his buddy? Let me know what you think. Good one. Did we finish up with? We did finish up with Vivek and I don't really care about. It seems Bernie's not going to be running. If he's talking about Biden has a chance as of 2 days ago, but things change. Arden said he doesn't say, he just says ask JD. Yeah, that's sus. That's weird, bro. That's weird. I'm like, that's weird. I would be weirded out. Justin said, but Joe Biden beat Medicare, Bernie. That is true. I mean, he beat it to death, as Trump says. Justin also said, if you're a senior who can't afford to go to the dentist, you probably failed at some point, not saving and investing for the 50 plus years or so you had the chance to. Yep, and that's why they want the government to give them everything, because they did not take the time to actually do the work to set themselves up for a life that would be, that would be good for them. And so now it's like, money, please. Shout out if you know where that's from. P-Class said, seniors can't go to the dentist. Neither can we. Last time they messed with healthcare, my rates went up 4 times and I couldn't afford it, so they penalized me. Yep. Thanks, Obamacare. Even when they're trying to give you free stuff, they mess it up. They played that Harris Sanders video. So again, yeah, if anybody can find it, I would love to play it. I'll assume this is about Tulsi. That's my media saying the only reason the Dems don't like her is because she's anti-war. But I think that was just because she ran in Hawaii, which is the most likely state to be controlled by China. Fair enough. Oh, Gwenifer with a bar here. The bullet hit Trump, but killed Biden. What a comment of the night. Dilly to that. Hell yeah. That's what we're talking about. And then, okay, what did Mountain Mind Media just drop for us? Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's what I want to do. Yeah, that's a bar. Curcio. 1 minute. Let's see if it's going to get it claimed.
Mac, we just got our first paychecks. Take this money and turn it into gigawater. But you FICA! What the hell is that?
Yeah, that's your Social Security tax. Government takes out money, then gives it back when you retire in 50 years.
What? Stupid government thinks it's smarter than me. I can handle my money. Put $5 on any 2 animals fighting. And I'll eat the loser.
We're not going to need Social Security. We're going to be rich.
Yeah, we'll never need government help. Help me, government.
We need our Social Security checks. Make it rain a modest fixed amount.
Here comes the money.
Yep.
Here we go. Money.
Not for us. All right, I don't want to play too much because that's going to get claimed like that. But yeah, they just there's so much money just going out. Oh, okay. When was this? We started this one, but we didn't finish it. Okay, this was an older one. Trying to get a little organized here. Don't. Can you hear me? I don't know what the hell just happened, but something happened. But anyway, all right, let's move on. What does Stephen Gobert Cheese said? Of course, the populist left would love Sanders on the ticket, but would that even be enough to make lefty doomer Gen Zs show up to vote? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think there is much of anything that really can be done, and that's why I'm so very, very, very afraid of Trump's well-being. Trump's well-being is in danger, for sure. Bryson said, I started paying attention when out of nowhere I was recommended a video called Israel Attacked America. Happened organically. There you go. And that's kind of what I'm doing here, not specifically with Israel, but just in general, the fact that not everybody is seeking out this stuff. But if we can talk about, general culture and stuff that people do care about, then okay, maybe they get interested because of that, something silly that we talk about. And then they get interested in the more important stuff. That's how we do it. And guys, don't forget that don't forget that every single donation comes with a treat for my co-host, Morty. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Screwing everything up. There you go. David said, what was the reason for Biden dropping out? Because he's old. He can't, exactly what you think. He can't do it. It's not one particular thing. It's just very clear that he is not capable of, number one, running a campaign, but certainly not running the country for another 4 years. It was the emperor has no clothes to the umpteenth degree. They knew it for so long. Again, the Atlantic article, the Atlantic wrote an article that talked about Joe Biden. We just need your corporeal form. We just need you to be legally alive, because that would be better than Trump. That was 4 years ago, and we're talking about 4 years into the future. He just can't do it. It's nothing new. It's just they're finally admitting it. Jennifer said, will all the ex-Bernie bros go back if they do that? I lost our spot. What were we saying? Will they go back if they do what? Sorry, I lost our spot. What you're referring to? So this should probably go with Josh Shapiro. Who's Josh Shapiro? P. Claus said Bernie is older than dust. Big Mike doesn't want any smoke. Gavin can't, and that leaves Pete. Yeah, I think you guys. That's a good guess. Gavin would have been perfect. But yeah, you said it. Bernie's too old. Big Mike doesn't want it. Gavin can't. That leaves us Pete. I think. So who is? Let's do that. Because again, I'm better with faces. I might know this person by their face. Who is it? Josh Shapiro. Governor of Pennsylvania. Okay. Yeah, I'm not super familiar with this guy. 51. I mean, what's his claim to fame? What's his claim to fame? What would be the reason that picking Josh Shapiro would get people excited? because again, we have to assume that people don't know who that is. Yeah, we definitely can't play that. We definitely can't play that. Gwennifer said, commentators and journalists aren't getting a weekend off until February. Facts. Oh, facts. But this is what, people from journalists to people in my own shoes. This is this is the time. This is the time. And so if you have to, cover this, that, and that, and I'm not really the news guy per se. But if I was, I happened to post something earlier about Biden dropping out because, like, why not? But in terms of bringing you the breaking news, that's not really what I'm trying to do. I'm more trying to get into the conversation of like, okay, what does this mean? How does it change the landscape, and so on and so forth. But yeah, this is the time, and these next 4 months, and the last 4 months. That is the Super Bowl of political discourse. So yeah, no sleep till Brooklyn. Stephen Goldberg, said, then morning Joe Friday, backing Joe all the way, showing loyalty. That's all it's not. I hesitate to even call it loyalty because that has some type of positivity to it. It's just sheer conformity. Because it's not like Morning Joe personally is like, oh my God, Joe Biden. No, he's just saying what he has to say. And so I don't even know if I would call that loyalty. I would call that conformity. I would call it conformity. Zippy says, government figures out humans dying, comes up with ways to save them from dying slow and painful, so they help them die faster and less painfully. Climate change in a nutshell. Okay. So yes, we looked this up with ChatGPT, and Vivek is an extremely common Indian name. That's what I mean. It said you have to love how respectful Vivek is to Alex here. Fair enough. I need a refill. And guys, don't forget, Morty is sitting right here waiting patiently for some little something. Any little thing will trigger a treat for my co-host. He would very, very, very much appreciate it. All right. So would I. Go ahead. Making my drink. Gotta have a signature drink. If you don't have a signature drink, then how you gonna get paid when they find out about you? You know what I mean? Cheers. That's how we do it. Justin says Destiny is an embarrassment. His appearance on Piers Morgan was a disaster. Yeah, and that's where the rubber meets the road in terms of can somebody really dig into this dogma, this brainwashed ideology. How far can you take it? How far can you take it? And this is where it is. Because of the TDS, he thinks that, the shooting was a good thing. And that's just not in line with reality. Hey, there we go. Shout out to Melted Mind Media. Thank you so very, very much for that $2, making you the new sponsor of the stream. Let's give Morty a treat here. Let's do it. What we got here? Wait. Oh, you ate it too fast and everybody didn't get to see. Here, let's try that again. Right here. There we go. Oh, on this side. There we go. There you go. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Melted Mind Media. I very, 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 very much appreciate that. And of course, Morty does as well. And of course, that makes you the new sponsor of the stream. Greatly appreciated. And guys, that's as I wish that life didn't cost money. If it didn't, then I would never ask for money. Like I do have a lot of fun just hanging out with you guys and being here and exploring this stuff with you. But at the end of the day, motherfuckers gotta eat. I gotta eat. I gotta pay bills. And it's not just about coming here to make money and go back to sleep. We're building a community. Don't forget that the Discord is free to join. It is absolutely free. I made a free channel for everybody so that even if you don't have money, that's okay. You can still be part of the movement. That's what we're doing here. We're building a movement. And if you're, whether you have a lot of money or whether you don't have any, then the fact is that you have a way to be part of something. And we're so much closer to the beginning than we are to the end. We are so much closer to the beginning than we are to the end. But I can't do it alone. I messed up with my flight last week, and I missed Monday's show. But like I tell you guys, every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I promise to be down in the studio. And even outside of that, I promise to be here to try to continue to have these conversations. The stuff is happening so that we can move forward and understand how does this affect our thinking from moment to moment to moment to moment. But I can't do this by myself. I can't do this by myself. I need you guys to have my back. And if all you can do is be here and be in the chat, awesome. If all you can do is be part of the Discord and when we are doing videos, you share it on X, you share it on Facebook, you share it on YouTube, wherever. When you're commenting on the videos, that stuff helps so much. So yes, obviously, the money is huge. The world runs on money. We know this. But thank you, each and every one of you for being here. A shout out to our current sponsor of the stream, Melted Mind Media. Very much appreciated. So Gwennifer has a good question here. Is Peter Thiel really that bad? So I don't know if that's even the right question to ask. What I would say is the connection that J.D. Vance has to Peter Thiel really that bad? And I don't know. I think we are too quick to say, oh, this person had help from somebody who's got a lot of money, therefore they're bad. That's too simplistic. That's too simplistic, and we're going to lose out on the people who have the resources to get done what we want to get done. Then it's not going to get done. Now, if we have if we have information to say, well, actually, Peter Thiel is really that bad, that to even be associated with him is somebody that I can't trust. Okay, we'll have that conversation. However, said he dropped out because Trump got shot right after he failed the debate. Facts. So okay, why is he that bad? Let's have that conversation. Bryson says, do a deep dive. I'd rather hear it straight from the horse's mouth. Mamia said they found out a core can't run a country. What? This is we need to incorporate. Oh, a corpse. That's not how you core. That's how you spell core, like a Marine Corps. Corpse has an E. Justin said we need the incorporeal to Biden. Yeah, that would have been better. And that's the Trump we almost had, right? So I don't. Is he worse? Why is he worse? I'm with you, Gwennifer. I'm with you. How is he worse than George Soros? Josh Spears is a centrist who could help Kamala take PA. Yeah, but still. But I want to hear what give me something as to why Peter Thiel is so bad. As far as I know, he's just a tech guy who is a VC dude. I could be wrong, but why? One of my media said they won't run Josh Shapiro. The far left hates Israel too much to vote in a Jew. That's unfortunately true. More racism. Does anti-Semitism count as racism? I don't know how they categorize these things. But more bigotry based on immutable characteristics from the left. Surprise! Surprise! What a surprise. Also, remember when the FBI raided Joe's house and took all his classified documents? That was Biden's blackmail file, and he no longer has dirt on his handlers, is my guess. So now he has to go. Possible, but it seems like a little bit of a stretch. I think that just to get that far in politics and to be in politics for the last 50, 60 years, there's just enough dirt on you out there. I don't really think that there needs to be some operation in order to get information on Joe Biden. I think like that's you sell your devil to the soul by being the youngest senator ever. Your whole life is on display. To go from the youngest senator to the oldest president. What are we doing? What are we doing? Nick asks us, who thinks Biden dropped out of his own accord, and who thinks they really had to make him an offer he couldn't refuse? I do not believe for 1 second that man was like, yeah, okay, you guys are right. I'm going to leave. No way. No way. Is anybody on Instagram? If you're on Instagram, make sure you say hello. Make sure you say hello, because I won't know you're here. Again, thank you for the likes, guys. That really, really does help. If you have not already, it's just the 3 dots right up here. If you long press the screen, it helps out so very, very much. So what is our poll? Is it sus that JD named her son after his buddy? No? Okay. I thought it's a little gay. But whatever you guys say. Whatever you guys say. So then let's do a new poll. Did Biden, how do we want to do this? Did Biden decide on his own to step down? Let's try that. Let's try that. Let me know what you guys think. Stephen Colbert Cheese said he's the governor where Trump was shot, who memorialized Corey shortly afterwards. Yep. Hey, shout out to our boy. Whoa. What is it? Oh, we got that right. Shout out to our boy Guam Tech for the $5 Venmo. Said for the doggo. Yeah, come on over, buddy. You earned it. Thank you so very, very much. And of course, that makes you the new sponsor of the stream. Let's give you a big meaty one, just like that. Yum, 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 yummy, 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 yummy. There you go. Thank you so very, very much. I really, really, really do appreciate. Again, I mean, I don't want to go on a tangent every single time. But I do really, really appreciate when you guys, I know that you guys work hard. I know that everybody's struggling. I know that not everybody can support monetarily, but when you do, it warms my heart. So thank you so very much. Let's change up this banner, knocking Melted Mind Media right out the way. And our new sponsor is Guam Tech. Circumnavigating the taxes and putting that right in my pocket. Thank you. Very, very, very much appreciated, sir. All right, where are we here? Yes, I'm with Gwenifer. What's the worst thing about Peter Thiel? Let's start there. That's a great place to start. The very worst possible thing that he could have done. Let's not even say we know for sure Peter Thiel did this. Let's say we assume that this is Peter Thiel. We don't even have to say we know it's him. What's the worst thing that can be tied to him? That's where we want to be. Representative Pelosi and others said no, and the donors took their money. Huh? Hey, we got Dylan Soup in the building. Welcome to the party. Good to see ya. Marjorie said Mockingbird Media, they all receive the same script. Yep, that's why you were That's why 2 weeks ago you were hearing cheap fakes. 1 week ago you were hearing sharp as attack, and now you're hearing unfit for this, that, whatever. It's all planned. It's all bullshit. It's bullshit. Stephen Gobert Cheese says Bernie was loyal to Biden since Joe was the best president since FDR for workers' unions rights. Is that the case? I don't know. I'll give that to him. Sure. Okay. Carl said destiny is the natural end result of liberalism, along with abortion and transing the children. So when we say liberalism, are we talking about like the left-right liberalism that we see in the current cultural war, or are we talking just classical liberalism and Enlightenment values? Which one? Because I agree with one, but not the other. Justin says destiny going Westboro Baptist level, claiming people are to blame for being a shot and mocking them, saying they're retarded. That's destiny for you. That's destiny for you. And if you guys, again, if you guys are part of the free Discord server, then you'll see when it first happened, and people were first saying, "Oh, look, Destiny's saying this, Destiny's saying that." I assumed that he was just, being, doing the dark humor thing and rage baiting and all that. But very clearly not the case. Very, very clearly not the case. He really thinks that if you support Trump, that is so bad that you deserve death. Where are you going? Just sit down, bro. Crazy dog. And that's just too much. Again, I can respect his intellect. I can respect his platform. I can respect his community. I can respect his debate skills. I can respect a lot about him. But at the end of the day, if I don't respect you as a man, if I don't respect you as a person, sorry. So, I mean, unless there is something so fundamental to our political landscape, I don't think I'm going to be using Destiny's content ever again. Bryson said he used to have a YouTube channel. His website is best now. Ooh, Destiny? That's what I respect about Lutch. This isn't easy. Yep. You can say that again. It's simplistic for you and I, but yeah, I'm not calling anybody out. You can dox yourself because you're here. I'm not talking shit. I'm just expressing my own experience. Okay? Please do not take this personally. I'm not going to name you. I'm just giving my experience. But, I try to be very much in the chat, and here, see, we got, I'm stopping my story in the middle because I see Michelle is here, and I haven't said hello, and I've got to stop the show and say, hello, Michelle, welcome to the party. She's saying the money wasn't there to continue the race. Again, they didn't do it for the best of the people. Also, a very, very reasonable position. But yeah, Bryson, what Bryson is saying is, and I don't want to be, nobody wants to hear somebody complaining. Nobody wants to hear anybody complaining, whether it's in real life, and certainly not to tune in and to a YouTube channel and be like, oh, my life is so hard. So I don't. And my life isn't that hard. But we all got our shit. And as a content creator, you probably can see that I'm a lot more engaged with the chat than most streamers that you see. Maybe not all of them, but a lot, certainly at my level. And by the way, guys, we are less than 50 subs away from 4,000 subs. So if you have not already, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much. So I try to interact with the chat way more than I see other people doing. Then I create, because I'm not just here to get on camera and dance around so that I can make money. Because I'm not doing that, because what I'm actually doing is trying to funnel you guys into the community so that we can have bigger, larger conversations there and actually have a political and social influence. Then it's more. And I don't want to put that completely behind a paywall, again, because I know that people don't necessarily have money. And so we have the Discord server, and it's got a bunch of different channels, a lot of stuff for the channel members of the Indian Jesus. So again, sign up for full access. But I even I even have a free channel. You have a free channel where you can chat with everybody. There's other channels that you can see, and you can see what's going on if you can't interact. And then I had people this morning complaining that it should be free, or that it's not good enough. And it's this is a business. This is a job. It takes a lot of time and effort and money. And so when I give you guys over 20 hours of free content a week, and then when I'm not on stream, you can get me like that. You will not go 12 hours posting in my Discord without me communicating with you. That will not happen, because I am very much engaged and care about the community that we're building. But I can't do it for free. And so for you guys to notice that stuff, it means a lot to me. So thank you for saying this, Bryson. Thank you. Nick says, I have to have missed someone, so if I didn't welcome you yet, welcome to the party. Thank you, Nick, for always being a welcoming presence here. We really, really, really appreciate you. All right, did we have anything we were doing? I feel like we didn't finish something. No, all right, so let's keep it rolling. Who's religionist? Religionist? I want to be that. That sounds like me. I want to be religionist. How do I be religionist? Zippy says the far left is not where the votes come from. Because this is going back on what, who said this? Someone was talking about the far left hating Shapiro, but Zippy makes a good point. Zippy makes a good point. The far leftists are already like, fuck the system. We're not voting for either of them because Biden's not left wing enough. He's not left wing enough. For instance, I give nudges. I don't tell people everything. I don't tell people everything. The reason is it's better when you find things out for yourself. I can say anything. What you discover is more valid than anything I say. It's a nudge, and it's up to you from there. I like that. I think that's a good way to approach things because, you know, the as they always say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. And, you know, I like to add on to that. If you try, he might resent you for trying. He might resent you for trying to, you know, are you trying to waterboard me? I know it's stretching the analogy a little bit too far, but you can't make them drink. And the same is true with people. You can only give them a nudge. P-Clav said Soros is, quote, just a banker. Peter, again, talking about Peter Thiel, is part of our national security. He rolls with alphabet soup agencies. Okay, so I'm certainly not going to be like, well, the 3-letter agencies are amazing. But you still have to do something bad in order for you to be so bad that by association, that person is bad. I have an uncle who works pretty closely with the FBI. Does that make him a bad person? No. What is he doing with the FBI? That's what matters. Carl said Obama is supposedly Biden's handler, and Biden was keeping dirt on Obama to keep himself in power. That's the blackmail file. Possible, yeah. I mean, you know, if that's the case, if Obama was the handler and Biden has dirt on Obama, I just don't see why we wouldn't have seen that earlier. We wouldn't have seen that earlier. Because by putting the debate early, that tells me that they were like, okay, well, let's see how this goes. In my mind, the decision was not made until after the debate. And so if this is the case, how does that fit into that? Because the documents were removed way before the debate. So unless you want to say that the debate was a specific setup for the people to then turn on Biden, I could see that. I don't know what to do with that. You don't have to expand on that if you want me to understand. You definitely gonna have to expand if you want me to understand. Zippy does not like unions, apparently. A lot of people don't like unions, right? Technocracy is a security state, indeed. Carl said, destiny is a natural end result of classical liberalism, like in the Locke tradition. Well, I'm a big fan of classical liberalism. So where would you say the foundation should be, if not in classical liberalism? It's hard to say in context with the developing comments. Same content. Well, just again. So, what is the worst thing that Peter Thiel has done? What's the worst thing that Peter Thiel has done? Why is talk to me like I'm Biden. Why is Peter Thiel bad? Why is Peter Thiel so bad that by JD Vance being associated with Peter Thiel, that even JD Vance is bad just by association? That's what I want to know. What is so bad about Peter Thiel? Explain to me like I'm Biden. Exactly. We doing a little bit more than dancing around for dollar bills like a fucking stripper. Zippy got 30. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I do feel special. Absolutely. Zippy is a fucking pillar of this community. It's that it is what it is. It is what it is. The man comes through. That doesn't mean that those of you who are here regularly are not, but it is. Hey, we got Pay the Snucker in the building. Welcome. Bro, you kind of sexy. I'm not gay, but maybe you are. But either way, thank you very, very much. Welcome to the party. I'm taking out of context a couple times, but it's okay. Well, yeah, as everything's going, if you do like re-Biden or re-Peter Thiel or re-whatever, then it'll recontextualize what you're talking about. Because it's not like I'm going to completely forget. It's just like if we say something general, if we've talked about 3 different topics since the last time I pulled up your chat, then I'm not going to know which one it's referring to. Justin says, Nick Fuentes is so bad, even Milo denounced him. Oof. That is, I mean, at this point, I think if you're a groiper, then any kind of denunciation, is that how you would say it? Any denunciation from anybody is probably like, at the level of an online troll where you're like, oh, I got blocked by this person, I'm so cool. It's like, are you though? Or are you just that annoying? And so I think in the groiper community, it's like, oh, I got blocked, I got denounced, I'm so base, they can't even handle me. That's what I would assume. Shout out to Abia the Best. Says Indian Muhammad. Well, I don't know what Muhammad looks like because they won't let me draw him. So maybe, but I'm going with Jesus because how about this? You draw an Indian Muhammad and we'll measure it up against a Jesus. And we'll say, or rather, okay, here, we got to do it this way. So you got to draw a white Muhammad, and we need a white Jesus. And we'll see which one of those I look more like. Challenge accepted. Welcome to the party. So the far left will vote Democrat because they hate the other side that much. So whatever the far left says, you can kind of ignore it. I don't know. I think a lot of far leftists are very, yes, Milo Yiannopoulos. But I think a lot of the far leftist, the socialist crowd, I think they are so spoiled on Biden because he is so establishment. They're not about that, and so I think they're just sitting out. I don't think you're going to find a lot of far leftists voting for Biden. I don't think so. I don't know, but I don't think so. And then especially if it's Hillary, no way. No way. So we said, look at the Hollywood unions that pressure studios to hire 3 times as many people. Will not work with the studio. If not, then if a member does not make enough, do not get benefits, unions are too big to fail. Yeah, I don't like that either. I don't like that either. Socialism in theory seems fine on paper too. So are you saying that unions are socialism? Maybe. But I said I want to point something out. Okay, you point this out. When I said a security state, a technocracy, and you blew past that, it tells me you're unaware of the significance. I think you're putting way too much significance into what I'm just trying to keep up. So I didn't blow past anything. I may have missed a comment, but yeah, explain all you want. I'm asking you questions and you're not answering them. Again, we haven't gotten an answer to what is the worst thing that Peter Thiel has done. Do you have a video? Do you have an article? Do you have a link? Do you have a something I could Google? Something I could add? I'm just asking questions, and you're saying I'm blowing past things. I'm not blowing past everything. I've clicked on every single one of these chats that wasn't aimed at somebody else. That's how conversation works, guys. If you want, like, you can just say things. You can just say things, or you can respond in kind. And when I have a question, you respond to that question. That's how conversations work. Maybe not, but it's just inaccurate. I'm not blowing past anything. Like you're taking significance over the fact that I blew past something that I just may not have seen. That's what I'm telling you. So let's start where Gwennifer was asking, what is the worst thing that Peter Thiel has done? Is there an article? Is there a video? Is there a name of an operation? Is there a study? Is there anything? Give me something. Instead of just saying I'm blowing past, like, because of the word, you said the word technocracy, and it wasn't like, that's the picture you're okay. What is about uncontrol? Well, you keep saying things other than the answer to the question that I'm asking you. What is the worst thing that Peter Thiel has done? That's what I want to hear. That's how this conversation continues. Zippy said, unions remind me of the old artisan guilds, only do not pay people directly. To me, it would be at least a better process if the business paid the union and the union paid the members for their labor. Thiel exists and thus is bad, like God. There we go. I mean, I guess that doesn't tell me anything. That doesn't tell me anything. This is why we have the conversations that we have. I think you guys think that you're I think you guys are very intelligent and you know a lot of stuff, but you're very, 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 very bad at communicating to other people who don't know that stuff. If somebody else knows the same thing you know, you guys could get along and have a highbrow conversation, which is cool, which is great. But y'all are not very good at explaining the things to somebody who doesn't know. I'm not challenging you and saying, no, Peter Thiel's great. I'm just simply asking you, what did Peter Thiel do? What did he do? What did he do? And you said, nudge, dude. It's about control. What did he do? What did he do? What did he say? What did he write? What did he influence? What happened? What happened? Shout out to Ayush Gupta. Welcome to the party. Said, who here is not agreeing with Biden not acting on his own? Is that where we're at with the poll? So I mean, I'm with that. Yeah, 85% is saying. So did Biden decide to step down on his own? I agree. I say no. I say no. I think he was forced out. They sat him. They sat him down and said, "Look, we're doing this, and unless you are willing to fight us, then you're not the president anymore, homie. You haven't been for a long time, and now we're just making it official." Okay, now we can have the conversation. Everybody clap for Melted Mind Media for actually giving an answer to the question. See, this is how conversations work. All right, so we got Gawker. So is Gawker a good thing or a bad thing? Is Gawker, how did so? Okay, let's do this. Let's specifically ask how. Oh wait. How did Peter Thiel bankrupt Gawker? Shout out to Brandon Murphy. Welcome to the party. Said AOC warns that Biden stepping down would put the Democratic Party into enormous peril. We're witnessing the downfall of the Democratic Party. Brr, 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 brr. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Welcome to the party. Guys, again, if you have not already, please do me a huge favor and hit the 3 dots or just long press your screen and hit that like button. It helps so very much. All right, let's see what ChatGPT has to say about Peter Thiel bankrupting Gawker. So Peter Thiel, the billionaire, co-founder of PayPal and co-founder with Elon Musk. No? Oh no, that was okay, never mind. Okay. Anyway. Peter Thiel, an early investor in Facebook, played a crucial role in bankrupting Gawker Media through a covert legal campaign. The key event was Thiel's funding of the lawsuit brought by former professional wrestler Hulk Hogan, real name Terry Bollea, who, if you missed it, okay, I thought so. I didn't trust myself. But let's not forget who just was at the RNC. So far, I'm just seeing a bunch of people in the same boat. But Bryson, that's not tainting my understanding. I don't have an understanding. I'm asking you for your understanding. Are you to say this implies that, oh, if I tell Lutch this, then nothing else that he could learn is ever going to be able to mesh with what I say. He's just going to follow me blindly. Love you, brother, but you don't have that power over me. So when I'm asking for your personal opinion, all I'm looking for is your personal opinion. And I, as a big boy, I'm a big boy. I might not be a tall boy, but I'm a big boy. I can understand things based on my own opinion and my own thing. Okay, you're just dodging now. You're just dodging. Like, it was very, very easy for Melted Mind Media to say he bankrupted Gawker. So now I have something to research on my own. This is a nudge. Saying, well, that is doing nothing. So if you want to nudge, which I think is a good thing, then nudge. So I remember the story, obviously, of Hulk Hogan and him having a sex tape on Gawker. Now, so from there, we have to discuss, is it okay for that video to exist? Is it okay for that website to exist? And I think the website was fine. I think the publishing of what should be considered revenge porn is not okay. And so if I remember and understand the situation correctly, then they should have been dinged for posting it but not destroyed out of existence. But again, I'm only going on memory. Multiple Media said, if you know about the wrestling business, which I do not, you know Hogan is all for the NWO. Okay, I'll take your word for that. P. Cloud said, a lot of people do not like him because he funded a lot of startups that ended badly, i.e. cancer drugs, Facebook, stuff people believe to be Big Brother. I'm not into that, but he's advocating for looser restrictions on drug testing. I agree with that. There we go. There we go. This is the answer to the question that I was answering. I know that, but are we talking about the wrestling NWO? Or are we actually talking about a new world order? Because this just seems like like an insider wrestling thing. I agree. It would have been worth a try. I wish you would have tried, and you didn't try. That's the issue. See, all these things that we're going off now that I'm personally researching on my own. Those are the nudges. You did not give a nudge. You just made a claim. That's just saying things. Once said, a nudge is completely fine when someone isn't open. When someone isn't open to your understanding. If you're being asked, then it's totally okay to give your opinion. Exactly. Okay. Well, I don't know if this is the place to be making inside jokes about wrestling, but moving on. So let's see. The background of motivation. Thiel harbored a long-standing grudge against Gawker due to their 2007 article outing him as gay, which he viewed as a violation of his privacy. And I would agree. He saw Gawker's practices unethical and harmful and decided to take action against them, funding the lawsuit. In 2012, Gawker published a secretly recorded sex tape involving Hogan, which, again, I don't think should be online. Thiel funded Hogan sued Gawker for invasion of privacy. Thiel funded Hogan's lawsuit, reportedly around $10 million. Okay, the lawsuit culminated in a trial in 2016. Hogan argued that the publication of the sex tape was a gross invasion of his privacy, which, again, I agree with. Gawker defended itself by claiming the tape was newsworthy and protected under the First Amendment. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that a secretly recorded sex tape is free speech. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that what we're talking about here, a secretly recorded sex tape, is free speech. The verdict and award, the jury sided with Hogan, awarding him $140 million in damages. The enormous sum was far beyond what Gawker could afford, leading to file the company for bankruptcy. The aftermath. Following the bankruptcy, Gawker Media was sold to Univision for $135 million. However, the sale did not include the flagship site, Gawker.com, which was shut down. Thiel's financial backing of Hogan's lawsuit was a strategic move to cripple Gawker financially, effectively ending the media company's operations and serving as a warning to other media outlets about the potential consequences of what he considered unethical journalism. How dare you? How dare you use your own personal money to stop unethical journalism? So if that's the worst thing that Peter Thiel has done, let's fucking go J.D. Vance. This is such a cop-out. And everybody knows it. Tell yourself whatever you need. Just say, I don't know. Just say, I don't know. This is such a cop-out. Well, I know what's right, but I'm not going to tell you despite the fact that you're asking. We're having a conversation about what's right because you need to find it out for yourself. As I just did. As people gave me the basis of information and I researched myself. Tell yourself whatever you need to say. But clearly, based on that, if that's the worst thing that Peter Thiel ever did, then not really against Peter Thiel, and certainly not against J.D. Vance because of it. So, you're gonna have to. No, you didn't. You didn't give me anything. The only thing I got was from Melted Mind Media and who else? And Guamta, right? Yeah, and again, we're going back saying Gawker was bad. So bankrupting a bad entity, why is that bad? You still have not given me anything as to why Peter Thiel is a bad person. What has Peter Thiel done that is bad? You are making a claim and you can't back it up, and you say, well, do your own research. Just Google it. Stand on business. And Bryson, I'm doing this for your own good. There is nobody here who thinks you have some answer that you're like, well, you need to find it out yourself. Everybody here thinks, ooh, you said something and now you don't know how to back it up. By what other people have said, yes. By anything that you've said, no. You just said, Thiel man bad. Just a different TDS, my friend. Just a different TDS. You don't like a guy so much that you don't like a different guy who's associated with the first guy, but you can't explain why. That is TDS. It's just a different T. Finish up with Guam Tech saying, if you know where to find food and a starving man asks you where to find food and you don't tell him and we'll figure it out for yourself, you're doing more harm by not being involved at that point. And okay, sit on your high horse, but it's pathetic and it's sad that you think you're cool because of it. And I don't know how to do. I don't know how to engage with that because you're not saying anything and you think that you're right about a thing, but you won't back it up. And that's what pussies do. So grow some balls and then don't say things that you can't back up. And then you won't be in this position. So thank you so very, very much for hanging out, guys. I really do appreciate it. Shout out to our boy Melted Mind Media. We also had our sponsor of the stream, Guam Tech. Thank you so very, very much. We are, of course, going to be paying attention to this situation as it unfolds. But we are doing a normal show tomorrow. I don't know yet what exactly what it's going to be, but a normal show. If you have not already, please do me a huge favor and hit that like button. If you are new here, guys, I am live all the time, and as you can see, it's a fun time. I'm always in the chat. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell. I am live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and sometimes whenever I feel like it, like right now. So ring the bell so you never miss an Indian Jesus live party ever again. Until next time, guys, thank you so very, very much. Once again, where'd he go? Well, Morty's gone. I don't know where the hell he is. He is my co-host. I am your host, Lutch, a.k.a. the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. Until next time, guys, I am out of here. Peace.